A Who All Gonna Be There podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat.
Hey, what's up? What's up? We are so excited to be back with another episode of A Who All Gonna Be There podcast, the place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat. And today in the room, we got Tracy J, we got Josh, and we got Eli. What's up, y'all?
Hello, everybody.
What up? What up? How y'all doing?
You're doing good.
Let me see. What do I want to talk about today?
I didn't even get to answer how I was doing. I might
how
not have
you
been doing
doing,
good.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I need everybody to drop their mics, mute them, so Eric can talk about how he doing. We need to see how you feeling, Eric.
I'm doing good.
All that for that.
Oh my God.
That's the adjective you used. Good.
I'm
I
doing
know Mr. Vocab over here.
splendiferous.
I'm
doing splendiferous. Is that good for you, Eli?
Bro.
Does that work?
Brilliant. That's what I needed.
What happened to our background, bro?
What background?
Our background.
What you done did for our viewers?
I ain't do nothing.
Tristan did something.
I ain't did nothing. Remember I clicked in last. Thank you very much.
But you was over here fooling with the background.
I ain't fooled with nothing.
You did.
Yeah, like where these blue squares come from? Hey y'all, it's a blue square.
You doing our best out here, listeners.
Oh my God. I don't know what Tristan did.
I ain't do nothing.
It's okay. I'll figure it out.
There we go. Oh, not that one. There we go. There we go. We back.
Our listeners are like, what are y'all doing?
I was looking for our little leaves. I'm like, where our little trees at?
So for our listeners, if you go to our YouTube channel where you can watch us rather than just listen, we have a background.
Please do. We have a signature background.
Trees did something to it and it disappeared.
Nothing. Thank you very much. It was not me. But by the way, shout out to our girl Kiki. She has been in these streets. She has been working like a dog, and she chasing that check. So she'll be back with us here eventually. But I want to go ahead and take a little minute to shout out our good brothers here, Eli and Josh, for filling in for us.
Always.
We appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks for having us.
We talk about them.
Season.
We talk about them all the time. We just be like, oh my goodness, what would we do without Josh and Eli?
Listen, Eric be on this pod by himself because I'd be over here changing diapers or something. I'd be like, I gotta go.
We're the missing duct tape. You know, whenever there's like a little hole, a little cut, we're just here to fill it in.
There you go. I know that's right.
Yeah.
I love it. So, as you can tell from the title, we're gonna be talking about Survivor 44, episode 2. Anything else we need to get into? Any tea with TV with Tracy J? Discussion?
TV with Tracy J.
Hey.
Oh, you saw I held that last note?
You did. She held it.
Let's see. We were talking about You, which today is Wednesday the 8th, but by the time y'all hear this, the last part of You will be out. So how y'all feel about the first 4 episodes so far? Was it 4 or 5?
4 or 5?
No, the first part
just
of the final season. We kind of touched on it a while back when it first dropped, but
we couldn't talk in detail because Kiki hadn't seen it.
Yeah, Kiki ain't seen it.
She probably still ain't seen it.
Y'all watched a good gist of it, but I'm excited to finally see the end of it. But I can already tell that it's gonna be one of those shows where the first season is gonna be the best for me. Second was great too. The third, kind of, and the fourth is I don't know how they're gonna end it. But I love Penn, who plays Joe, so I'm gonna watch it regardless.
Is this the series finale? Like, is the show ending after this season? I can't remember.
Yes, I think so.
That's official.
Is it?
Yes.
Tracy said that, and then here come Netflix. We've renewed you for 2 more seasons.
Y'all see my face?
If y'all was Asia.
Listen, if you check us out on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, you'll see my face looks puzzled because that's me probably lying. I'm not sure. I feel like it is though. No, I think it is.
It needs to be for sure because
I'm like 97% sure it's the final season.
It started off a little slow to me. I know Treese and Kiki, when we talked about earlier, said it wasn't slow. Josh doesn't watch you, but Eli, did you feel like it was a slow starter for this season?
I actually somewhat enjoyed it, and maybe this is because I haven't watched like Glass Onion, Knives Out, and all the murder mysteries. So it was something I haven't watched in a while. But the only thing is, it feels so different from the original show.
It does.
Yeah, it do feel like we in a completely different show. That's true.
I'm continuing to watch just to see Joe, but I feel like it's not really his. If you drop this whole new characters, all that, this doesn't feel like a Joe story. This could have been anybody. And I think when you get to the 4th season of a series like this, you kind of want to see character growth, things continue. And I feel like this was kind of like a reset. And maybe that's just because Joe has no love interest outside of possibly Kate. But I don't know. It feels different. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'm not gonna say I've been bored. But if I had to rank this season, it's at the bottom. Yeah,
I agree.
And I did look it up. It's not the final season.
He's going to Asia.
He said that there is Penn says he doesn't know for sure, but he thinks there's going to be a fifth season, but he thinks the 5th will be the final season, but he's not sure as well.
I was gonna say, and I guess I need to hold off because they love to throw plot twists and stuff that we didn't see. But I think I can be confident in saying that one thing about Joe, when he dates a black woman, she gonna survive.
Baby, one thing about Joe is he leave them black women alone.
They survive Joe for sure. Because I'm thinking of old girl from season 1. She got up out of there, got the heck out of Dodge, and then
was gone.
Deuces. Yeah. And then our girl from season 3, he did find her. He was supposed to kill her, but then she got away. He did fake. Yeah.
He let her get away.
Yes. He has not killed a black woman yet, so
not yet.
Shoot. What? There's that black girl in the friend group that be talking hella smack.
I thought she was the killer.
She might get got.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why I thought she was the killer. And we'll just spend a couple more minutes before we get into Survivor. I thought she could be the one because when they were at the remote country house mansion estate thing, everybody didn't have no service, but she's still on the phone and texting and typing. And I remember he said that she's like over the like security stuff, like she invented or she's like real popular with some kind of technology. So it's like, nobody's noticing that she has service and her phone is still working, but everybody else don't.
Oh yeah, that is crazy.
But I guess they revealed the killer to be I don't know his name anymore. Reese.
Good old Reese.
But I heard a theory. Did y'all hear any like the speculations?
I have not. I've been completely blank.
So they're speculating that Joe has made Reese up in his mind. He said, because if you notice, every time Joe is with Reese, it is just them two when they're talking and nobody else is there. And nobody really acknowledges Reese.
Oh my God, I so bad want that to be the twist. That's good.
I have the same face that you said earlier. I'm puzzled.
I would love to see that. That's a good twist.
Yeah.
And I'm up here trying to think like,
right.
I can see it possibly.
Joe thinking he's the good guy for one.
He's finally doing something. That means he locked himself up.
Yeah.
What if this whole entire time, like they end the season, and he been crazy this entire time? He really ain't killed nobody.
I can see that too, because he had a pretty traumatic past childhood. So
I want what's old girl that went crazy in season 3? Was 3?
Hope.
Was it Hope? The one that he killed?
Oh, his wife?
Yeah.
Love.
What's her name?
Love.
He's talking about some
I
Hope.
knew it was one of those.
I like what the hell is Hope? I hope she kind of come back. I liked her. She was a good crazy.
That was another
Not really a good crazy. She really was a bad crazy, but entertaining crazy.
That was another speculation that Hope is still alive and that she's the one who's contacted Reese, and that's how he knows so much about him, and that she's plotting this revenge to get him back or whatever.
That'd be dope.
That how she get out the house. Spoilers for season 3, but you know what? She was drugged up. I forgot if he killed her already. You know what? Joe's a special being. I'm not, as long as he brings good entertainment to my screen, you know what?
As long as he ain't killing black women, I might let him rock.
And as long as I never have to meet him, you know what? If I never meet Joe,
listen,
in real life,
let me stay out of his business.
Right. But getting to the reason why we here, Survivor 44, episode 2.
The real reason why we here is my birthday is in 2 weeks.
Whoop whoop. Big birthday,
Your girl will be 22.
That's what I'm talking about.
Plus like 13.
22, I cannot with you. She don't even know. She counting right
now. Plus 12. I mean,
I was like, she making herself older than what she is.
Baby, I swear on everything, y'all. When you get to a certain age, you really do be forgetting. Like, unless you just one of those people that like are really big on their birthday, which I used to be, but you forget how old you are. Me and my boyfriend, we argued. I'm talking about argued on if I'm gonna be 33 or 34. And I'm like, see, I'm gonna be 30. He's like, nah, you're gonna be 33. How you gonna tell me how old I'm gonna be? He had me really convinced. I said, am I 32? Bro, I had to count, and I said, bruh, I'm about to be 34. I had to literally sit down and write the math out because I was like losing it. Because I'm like, I know I'm about to be 30. I know I'm 33 right now. I'm tripping. And so I had to literally sit down and do the math. He was just like, oh yeah, you're right.
No, it's funny because last week that was me and my cousin arguing. Because my uncle was he was like, how old are y'all again? I was like, oh, Kendall's 28 because his birthday is on the 18th of this month. I was like, oh, Kendall about to be 28. He was like, 28? I ain't about to be no 28. I said, well, you older. I was like, no, because you older than me. I said, what year are you born? He was like, oh, wait, hold on. What year was I? 96.
Listen, you have to think. You really have to think about it.
Oh, man. So that's funny because I forgot. I was like, wait, I'm about to be, how old am I about to be? 27. There we go.
Oh, you
old age, y'all.
Ooh, y'all
I'm
getting old.
To 30 that I am.
Yeah, y'all getting old. Y'all this aging gracefully.
Josh, aren't you 25?
25.
Okay, there we go.
I'm the second youngest on this podcast currently.
There we go. Eli.
Shout out Treese. The youngest.
She the youngest.
But
we'll let Eli make it. You're not the baby today.
Let's go.
Yeah, grandma's the baby.
Listen. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Oh, man.
Go ahead, Eric, and swing us on into Survivor 44.
All right. So, y'all know we had that chaotic tribal council from the premiere. You know, we had 2 people using a shot in dark, one of them using it correctly, and Brandon using his idol correctly to save himself. And his sole vote being the one to knock out Maddie. So
good first episode.
Absolutely. And the second episode didn't disappoint either, to be honest. So we dealing with the fallout for Ratu, that's the Orange tribe, that's their tribe. They get back, and Matthew, he's in his confessional, he's like, oh, I plan to use my shot in the dark. It was just so I didn't have to show my hand and whose side I was really on. So I think I'm in a good position. And then Lauren, I guess behind the scenes, she told Brandon about her advantage, and I guess the tribe knew about her advantage as well. So when they got back, she was like, I have my extra vote. I can show y'all it's in my backpack right now. So I can tell you I was telling the truth. And guess what? It leaves Kane exposed because Brandon was like, so that only leaves one other vote. Kane, you voted for me. He was like,
you were like, oh, yep.
That was the last thing I heard.
With all the conversations we had.
Like, no, because you lying. Because you was trying to get me out. You thought y'all had to vote to get me out. So he's like, I don't know. Now I got to repair this relationship with Brandon. And Brandon's like, I'm going to act cool. Like everything's good, which I'm glad he's doing. Yep. He got some sense, I guess. He's
a little bit of it.
Just a little tinge. And he's like, I'm going to just play it cool. Like everything is good. Why are you laughing at me, Josh?
Because you said tinge. That's just so black.
a little tinge.
Definitely.
And so we move on from their tribe. And so that tribe is, I don't know what's going on with them and where their alliances truly lie. It seems like Lauren and Brandon are close. Jamie don't know where she lies. Kane is definitely on the outs. Don't know where Matthew's head is at this point.
Jamie's in Yogi Land. That's where she's at.
She is. I'm assuming Matt is with Brandon, but again, I don't know. Moving forward, we move to the Soka tribe or Sokka tribe, whichever you prefer. And we got Matt, the other Matt, the nerdy Matt. He's talking about, he's tearing up because he's talking about, oh yeah, my ex not too long ago, he just broken up with him. So he's fresh off of a breakup and he's on this island starving. Just add to your heartache. You add starving, you add bugs, you add no showers. So he's just going through it.
Don't forget the lack of 2 votes.
Oh,
he's doing nothing. He's sitting pretty during tribal, just sitting there smiling. The next 2.
And he mentioned that too. He was like, "Oh yeah, and I can't vote for 2 tribal councils." But there's a beam of light in his path in the form of Franny.
Miss
Franny. So they all hugged up, cuddled up, keying and giggling. And he's like, oh, she brings me so much joy. And I was like, low key, like, I'm just getting cheesy looking at them cheesing together because it's like they look cute little couple.
And this is, if y'all have listened to the podcast before, which I have because y'all love us so much. I hate showmances.
Yes.
I like if there was a person that likes love, it's not me. I hate it. Real life is cool, but when I'm watching a TV show, unless it's a romantic comedy, I don't want to watch it. Especially in my reality shows, unless it's about love. Survivor, Big Brother, those shows we watch, that's not about love. But for some odd reason, I absolutely love Matt and Franny. I have named them Manny. So whenever I talk about them, I'm calling them Manny. They are so cute, and I need this to stick around just a little while longer. I kind of wanted to cause a little drama.
It is already though.
A little bit.
Because like they, as you know, the segment was showing them they frolicking through the forest and they
not frolicking. They really was. They was just like,
look at the bug on my hand. And it was just like, and Claire gave us that iconic, like, what are they doing?
They're looking like, I know you lying.
And so, but I tweeted, I remember tweeting from the pod because I was like, you had Franny, she, pulls away and it's her confessional. She's like, I love spending time with him. Like, I really do like him, but that's gonna put a target on me, and I need to remember why I'm here. And so she's like, it hates as much as it pains me. I know I need to distance myself from Matt. I was like, okay, Claire, Franny here for the month. I called her Claire. Lord, see, Tracy got me making this girl Claire from BB23.
I was like, wait, I was like, I ain't call her Claire.
Yeah, you did. You compared her and Matt to Claire and DX.
I thought you meant just now. I did. Yeah.
And so I almost called
that was me.
Franny is her own woman. And so I was like, okay, Franny got her eyes on the prize. But even through all her trying, they could not separate from each other, leading the tribe to be like, listen, that's going to be a problem.
Listen, let me tell you, it's going to be a problem because they already dipped back into Matt and he broke up with somebody right before he came on the show, or I don't know how long it was, but before he came on the show. And so he in rebound mode. And everybody know when you rebound, woo, let me tell you, it's the worst. I got 3 kids from rebounding. I'm not even lying to y'all.
Go ahead, Maddie.
So Matt and Manny might be seeing some survivor babies pop out here in the next couple of years. He might fall in love. And she's probably gonna fall in love. Right?
I think so he's too. Falling in love.
After 4 days.
Yeah, it can happen.
He's in the mood to something up. Because he made a little like a sexual innuendo joke, like he was like something about a long pole or something. He's like, sometimes I need to go get my long pole. I don't know. And they both started laughing. I was like, oh,
not Maddie got a long pole. Okay, brother. Okay. Allegedly.
I was like, oh, not you already starting. So good for them. Whatever, ensues from that relationship.
It's cute. Yeah. Don't beat it on the head too much, Survivor, but it's cute.
Yeah. I think it was a good reprieve from the game, but also showing like how it affects the game as well. So
they better hope they don't lose.
Listen, because they gonna be Claire looking like
and Matt's a sitting up without a vote.
Yep. See what I would do, because it's early, especially for this first vote. But they have they already they didn't do travel. Yes,
they're the only one with 6.
What I would do, I would be really close to Matt and Franny, because that's 2 guaranteed votes if they voting together. And then once I got if I even got like a little tinge, I couldn't trust one of them, break it up. But for now,
come on, strategic trees queen.
Come on, I'm trying to get that money.
That's actually really smart. That's actually really smart.
I would.
And so I'm excited to see like where they go from here for sure. Moving on to Tika. That's our purple tribe, the lavender tribe. I really like the colors of this. I feel like it really blended with the lavender, the green, and the orange. I really like the
cute colors for the season.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, going into the spring.
And this tribe, I feel like they were trying to keep a kumbaya type thing, but then they was like, there's obviously tension here. We don't really know why there's tension, but there's tension here. And they haven't even been to tribal council yet, but there's tension. And it's all stemming from the darn bird cage that sit in the middle of the forest on their side of the beach. And everybody's like, who wants to go look for the key? And they're like, oh no, we should leave it. And then they all decide, let's go look for the key, right? So they all in the scavenging through the forest looking for the key. And here go Caroline. She then climbed herself up in this tree looking for the key. And here go it.
Baby, I love her. I love Carolyn. Oh my God. I'm so in love with her.
Caroline. Oh my goodness. Caroline. So she's screaming.
Caroline.
Carolyn.
Oh, I've been calling her Carolyn for the longest. Okay.
It's just kind of how I said it. Caroline.
Look at me finally getting the name right.
Okay, Trees.
Because one thing Trees gonna do is mess up a name.
You know what that's called? Growth.
Listen.
So she's shrieking in this tree. I'm like, girl, if you fall out this tree, we don't need no injuries, and nobody getting evacuated. And so there's a snake in the tree, and she's freaking out because she feels like she sees the key, but it's like not really. So it's like a decoy or whatever. And everybody kind of leaves, and she's still. She's like, I'm determined to get this key. Anybody want to tell us why she was so determined to get this key in the story that she gave us as to her determination?
Child.
Let them know, Josh.
Go ahead, Josh.
You go and tell us, Josh. Why was she looking for this doggone key?
Okay.
Oh Lord, now he took the glasses off.
I'm the only person that can read while taking the glasses off. But
oh my God.
Shame.
So Carolyn goes and tells a story about her son. Her son lost a tooth.
Oh.
Did.
And she wanted to go and make sure that she put it under the pillow for the tooth fairy.
Oh,
however, her son accidentally ingested said tooth down the esophagus into the digestive canal.
Yep.
So Carolyn, in all her infinite Carolynism, said she's going to be dedicated to getting this tooth.
Like she was trying to find it. Yep.
So she channeled her inner 49er from the 1800s. And she was digging in the dirt, aka her son's doo-doo, his waste, his feces, his excrement, to find that tooth. She did so for 3 days. Didn't find him the first day, didn't find him on the second day.
Oh, Lord.
But on the third day.
On the third day, glorious.
Hallelujah.
I have so many questions, but I'm not sure if I want them answered. But yeah, that's how she talked about her determination for finding this key. And fast forward a few seconds later in the episode, she find that darn key.
Hey, where there's a tooth, there's an idol. Hallelujah.
Where there's a tooth. Why do I want this episode to be named that? I wish you would have came over there before.
This is our podcast. We can change whatever we want to. Because ain't nobody gonna fight us.
They're not, but the system won't let us, unfortunately.
Oh, dang. The system. They always trying to hold the black person down.
Ain't it?
Shame.
But at the end of the day, it's like she dug through what? For what?
Listen,
She dug through her son's poop to find the tooth.
I got one question. Was she telling her son not to flush?
Probably.
Was it just poop just chilling there?
And
she's
my
like, never mind.
Probably.
I'm done.
my
I'm
next
done.
question is: Did the heifer at least use some gloves?
I hope so. But
I'm
she gives
looking
me
at
that kind of
Carolyn.
energy where she's just she just goes for it.
Just
She
go
just-
for it. Just
I love it though.
She
She
dug
gives
through
me
her
Love
poop.
it.
she gives me that energy where the gloves are downstairs and she's up and she's like, I ain't walking down there. See me? I will walk down there. That's
well, no,
yeah.
Tracy, if it was you, you wouldn't be doing that.
This is very true. As a matter of fact, I'm not even lying. My son, who is 6, about to be 7, whoop, whoop, his birthday coming up,
It is.
but actually lost a tooth. And this was in November? I still have not found said tooth. Where it's at, I don't know. I was literally like helping him brush his teeth, and I was like, wait a minute, you only got one tooth missing. Because he lost another tooth. Wait, no, this was in December. So November he lost a tooth, and in the end of December he lost one. So I said, why does it look like his tooth space is missing? It's only supposed to be one. So I don't know where that tooth is. Did I search his poop? Nope. Will I? Nah. Is he still alive? Yes. Parenting for the win.
Screaming. Oh God.
One of Tracy J's many random stories. Stay tuned.
So after she finds her key and equating into the story, which again, wonderful storytelling. They are doing such, I have to commend the Survivor storytellers behind the cameras this season because they are doing such an excellent job with tying in almost at the characters. These are people. The players.
It's almost relevant.
Hello.
That's
They're
what.
No random
Hold on.
sob story every episode. What?
Listen, me and Eric and Keith, we talked about this last season, and that one was like killing us. Like, I'm all for like the sob story or something sentimental being put on the show if it's relevant
to the game.
Yep. And so far they're doing a good job. I
They
give credit where
are
credit is
like,
due.
and they're doing it so seamlessly. Like it went from Matt and his breakup because I was like, oh Lord, here we go. We're about to go there. They about to show pictures of him and the girlfriend because he said she meant everything to him. They about to show pictures of when they was skiing, they was jumping off the boats.
Wait, did they show pictures?
They did not. I thought they
didn't.
were.
Baby, I'm about to go find. I want to see if she looked like Franny.
Oh
Lordy.
Lord, here go Trees.
I'm gonna go see if I can find her.
I'm so glad they did not start with the flashback pictures like they used to, and they just tied it into his showmance. With her, they didn't show us pictures with. I hope she didn't take pictures of because she gave me she would have took pictures of it.
Oh, definitely.
I found the tooth.
Yes. but they tied it into the game so seamlessly. So shout out to Survivor Production. I know y'all on here listening. It's okay. We love y'all. Reach out to us because we got some pointers and some questions. But other than that, y'all are doing an excellent job so far. Keep it up.
Definitely.
But so after we leave her, we go back to Ratu, the Orange Tribe, and Kane is like, well, an idol has been used, and usually in Survivor, we know an idol is re-hidden and back in the game. So he's tearing through the forest, trying to find it. He lying to his tribe about, I'm looking for wood. Oh, that's what they say. Oh, he going on his firewood run. I'm putting air quotes.
For wood, huh?
Air quotes for our listeners. And they're like, he sure going on walks by himself. He looking for that idol, ain't he? And so he goes into him. That's what he's doing. He goes by this tree. He looks inside and he's like, oh, Matthew, I found the crab. And so Matthew comes, I'm like, what you calling Matthew over there? Just Matthew. But Matthew comes, why Jamie right up behind? I said, I know that's right. You ain't to have no extra conversation. You better just talk about this crab. Nothing extra. And so it kind of blows him from being able to talk about anything else if he wanted to. But I'm glad they're on to him because it's like, I don't really care for Kane. So
no,
he can go.
He's fair. He got caught. And that's it.
It might be flopping.
Now he's desperate.
He is very desperate. So, like we mentioned, I think we said in our assessment, I was like, he gonna be on the outside. He wasn't last week, or kind of put himself there, even though he was the in crowd. Now he on the out. So our prediction is kind of coming to fruition. So we'll see if they go back to tribal and he's the one out.
We gonna see.
Then I feel like we haven't got a lot of content from Soka Tribe except for like the showmance, but we get Mr. Danny randomly. Fire Truck. Is that what you call him, Trees? Fire Truck?
In my notes, I call him. I couldn't remember his name, so I call him Fire Truck.
Fire Truck. Fire Truck Danny. He's in the woods and looking through under stuff, and he finds the key as well. So everybody has found the key, y'all. So we ain't gotta wait episodes of flashbacks to see if anybody found it. So we know Danny finds the key, and he doesn't tell us. So thankfully, and because he played like he was, he's like, I gotta go get everybody. Haha, psych! I ain't telling nobody.
You better not.
And so he keeps it to himself. And they didn't really show the reaction to the tribe about if it was found, like how it was found or anything like that. So I'm really more interested to see some more of the Soka tribe's dynamics, because at this point we really don't know how they feel about each other besides the showmans. Going back to Tika, we have Carolyn. Once again, this has really been the Carolyn show for the whole episode, y'all, and I loved it because she's so quirky. I love her. She's like waiting for them, the tribe, they go off. It's only 5 of them. 4 of them walk off, and she's like, okay, is this my moment? No, I can't do it. Is this my moment now? No, I need to wait. No, I gotta go for it. So she rushes to go to the bird cage, unlocks it, gets the package, runs back. She's like, okay, I made it, y'all. I did it. And she's like, wait, I left the cage open.
Hold on. I love how they did her little voiceover at the exact moment where she was just like, oh, shoot. And her eyes got big. She was like, no, I did not leave that doggone cage open. I'm like, okay, y'all did that. Y'all were on point with that.
Because I know I was yelling at her because we just watched Danny do it correctly.
I was just like, close the gate. I'm like, put the bag back, girl. What are you doing?
And so she's sitting down when she has this epiphany. So she rises up. She's like, oh gosh, what am I gonna do? She's like, I hear them coming. They're coming. Their footsteps are coming. I hear them. And so I have to do it. She runs back, puts the bag in there, closes the cage, and goes back. She goes down to the ocean, actually. And the other 4 come up to the cage. And Eagle Eye Carson, this cage has been open. That bag wasn't like that. Y'all see that? And they're like, oh, we can see it's a little bit open, like somebody stuffed it back in. I was like, oh, Carolyn is dead in the water. They gonna know this girl did it. But somehow, they start accusing each other.
They blame everybody. They blaming everybody but the person it was.
That is insanity. Like, what y'all, all 4 of y'all just together?
Was.
And y'all not even going to go to the one person that literally was not with you?
The one person.
Her power. Carolyn's power. Her mist, as we would say in Big Brother. Her mist, because they start. Here's Carson talking about, I studied the FBI interrogation, so I know if somebody's lying. And Helen looking a little shaky. Sarah seems like she's hiding something. Here's Yam Yam. He's like, she could have put that in her bra. I think Sarah's hiding something. And Sarah looking at Yam Yam. I think he may be the one that's hiding the key. And so they like, I can't wait to tell Carolyn because she's gonna freak out. And so they go get Carolyn. She's like just looking. Her facial expressions are gold. She's oh. I wish y'all could see us, viewer. Her eyes bulging out. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. And so they sit back down, and again, nobody has questioned her. Not once have they even thought. But in her mind, she's like, I'm freaking out. They know I have it. I know they're gonna know I have it. I know it. I just know it. Am I gonna have to use this idol tonight if I go to tribal? Freaking out, going bananas. But still, she finds herself in the ocean. She's just She's frolicking in the ocean. Everybody's frolicking in this episode. She's in the ocean, and nobody has uttered her name at all.
Not one person brought it up.
Not one mummering word about her. So
never said a mumbling word. Never said a mumbling word.
It's crazy. Like you see in court, some people plead insanity to get out of to get away with that crime. Like, it seemed like Carolyn doing the same thing. Just her erratic personality. Like, wait, I'm probably getting a little ahead of myself. But even then, like when she was crying, they called her out for crying over a papaya. It's like, oh, that's just Carolyn. That's her emotion. It's like, she's getting away with this. I was like, if I'm on that island, if we're on an island of 5, 4 of us is together, and we all find that idol cage has been tampered with at the same time. How do you not go for the one person? That's I don't know what kind of voodoo hex magic stuff she got going
Listen,
on.
it's just logic. And even if she didn't have it, I'd be like, hey, yo, it's 4 of us here. So
Carolyn
let's all just assume it's her.
is in the background. I'm gonna cast the spell on you. You're gonna do what I want you to do. That's from the Hex Girls from Scooby-Doo and the Witches Ghost, for those who don't know. The OG Scooby-Doo fans. Stand up. But no, Josh is like onto something though, because for me, it's like if Johnny has 5 apples, if 2 people take away, how many does Johnny have left? If we're all 4 together in this open, it should have been clear. But again, we don't know if the editing, were they really all together between the time when it was open versus when she was away. We don't know. But after they get time to deliberate, we move on to the immunity challenge. Anybody want to talk about the immunity challenge? What they thought about it?
They went up a ladder, down a slide. They went up a ladder, down a slide. It felt like, and then they undid some ropes, pulled
another obstacle course, man.
And then they climbed. Then they fell again. And then the actual interesting part, the gosh dang pulling lever, seen this challenge a bunch where basically you have to keep a ball on the track. That's the only real part that matters. The only part that's interesting. Right. The other part is just cardio for everyone.
True. Because it's like, again, that's the equalizing portion, because we seen Ratu behind here because Jeff, dead last. Ratu, that's a familiar position for y'all, huh? Mm-hmm. This man Jeff ain't got no sense. He stayed on it, but it didn't really matter because even though Soka had an early lead as they've been having, they got to the final portion that Eli was talking about first, and then Tika pulled up second, Ratu last. Ratu pulled ahead. They let Matthew get on the little lever, and he got to work in it and won for them. So Ratu, congratulations. You're not going back to tribal council.
Quick little reference. It reminded me of good old Frank from BB14. When those of you that watched it, he done took out everyone in a similar type of comp where he's pulling and he just like up in 20 seconds, or not even 20 seconds. Matthew got up there in the blink of an eye.
He did.
Shut it down
in one try.
Yeah, he did. He did in one try. He ate, and surprisingly, so he won. Then Tika lost because Soka got second place because Dr. Feet, he pulled
Mr. Josh.
Yeah, Dr. Josh.
Dr. Feet.
A doctor as well, just like Joshua Nash.
He is an actual doctor, yes.
Oh, so we have multiple Josh Foot doctors?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Don't look at me. I ain't no damn doctor.
Yes.
So right.
He said I'm not.
So Tika ended up going to tribal, but Matthew lets us on in a little secret because Jeff's like, oh my God, that was just so impressive. And what you did, why did you think they trusted you? And he was just kind of like, actually, Jeff, I built this in my backyard. So I practiced. So I felt very confident in knowing that I could complete this. I'm like, okay.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Yeah, because I was like, me and Eli was watching this episode together. I was like, oh, you dumb.
Alarm bells.
Yeah, alarm bells, red flags.
Tell us why those are alarm bells, because I know where they were alarm bells for me.
Because if he built one challenge, I doubt that he's only built one challenge. Exactly. He's probably going to build all the other staple comps in Survivor and got those also in his backyard. So that means he's probably practiced some of these endurance challenges, some of the endurance challenges that they're going to have to do when they get to the merge. And I'm just like, do we really want to compete with someone that's already been practicing for this for years and years?
Right.
Don't.
That part.
We'll keep you now. For now, while we need you for the tribe.
The tribe will keep you for the tribe challenges. The moment we get to the merge and things are individual, the first immunity challenge you lose. I'm sorry. You could be my best friend.
You gotta go.
I'm not beating you in nothing.
But even if his own tribe don't turn on, I'm looking at the other 11 people that are like, Just like, honestly, Jeff kind of put a little spotlight on Claire, too. He was like, oh, you sitting out again? Is that an individual choice or a tribe choice? And she was like, both. So it's like, now are they gonna look like, oh, sis is volunteer? Because that was not a that was a her decision. And so I know they probably like, hold on, she has set out both of these challenges. What is she trying to do?
And I know back in the day they used to say the same person can't sit out 2 challenges in a row. And of course that was back when there was reward and immunity challenges, but still, you should have to compete. You can't just sit pretty and gossip as she was on the first episode.
Exactly.
Nah,
Right.
You get in there and actually compete.
And that's a really great point. I'm glad you brought that up, Eli, because I totally forgot. See, I haven't watched all these seasons like y'all have. And so I forgot about that old school rule. Jeff used to say, somebody got to sit out, but you can't have sit out back-to-back challenges. That is wild.
Clever, like, bye. I would have been her, like, if I ain't got to do nothing today, if I ain't got to get my hair, well, then I ain't.
Look, because, in these challenges, if you mess up, then, like, the tribe going to look at you. Especially, I could see maybe her perspective on that tribe, because, like I said, we haven't seen that much of the dynamics going on. But so we don't seem like there's like a clear kind of target who's on the outcast or whatever. So in her mind, I can kind of see her point of view being like, look, if I set up this challenge, they can't blame me if we lose. I didn't do nothing.
But on the other hand, I'm looking like, all right, sis, you have sat out twice. So you haven't really contributed. So we don't even know if you really are an asset to the tribe or not.
Listen,
so maybe you need to go.
I don't even think it was really
sit 2 people out.
I don't even think it was like really that big of a deal. But when what's his name? Or what's the host name? I can't think of his name. Jeff. When Jeff put the little spotlight on, I was like, now Jeff, who told you to open up your mouth? He'd be like, oh, was this your choice or was it tribe choice? Both.
We all know Jeff's an instigator.
Well, she said it with a chest too. He's
that's Claire's karma for opening her mouth last week about Lauren.
Low key, what if Jeff did that on purpose? Like he was like, you want to run your mouth gossiping? I got some gossip for you. So that he low key fired for that if he did do that. Like I want to know if that was intentional or not. Nothing against Claire, but since you almost put our girl Lauren in some hot water with that one. But moving on to the tribal council, or before we get to tribal council, it's obviously a split vote. So we have Carson, he's talking with the girls, Helen and Sarah, and you seem they got their little young people trio going on, and they've settled on Carolyn. And then they bring Yam Yam in, and they tell him, we were like, hey, we're going to do Carolyn. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. As soon as he walk away, he's like, oh, I gotta go get Carolyn. So he just starts marching through the floor.
Baby, the way he was frolicking. He frolicked right on over. Like, let me go tell this.
I told you.
The good sis.
Everybody was frolicking this episode. And he goes, girl, they try to get you out. And he was like, I don't want you gone. He was like, because she's older, I'm older. We're the older people together. And I want her in the game. And so she's like, oh gosh, they're coming for me. What am I gonna do? And so she's like, we gotta get Carson. So they pull Carson in and like, Carson, we need to do Helen. She's too smart or whatever. And she was, but then Carolyn, she's like, oh goodness, Carson's just so smart. He's just in with everybody. I said, oh, clock his tea. Hey,
Carolyn was clocking. She really was. She a little kooky. She kooky with some brains though.
That's the thing about, like, I've seen a lot of these kind of like erratic characters on like reality competition shows, but like a lot of them stuff, like they're broken clock that's right once a day. But the thing with Carolyn is it's like, I was just amazed, like, she might be kooky and maybe one fry short of a Happy Meal, but like her reads are like impeccable. Like she clocking everything. Like nothing's getting
She knows her position in the tribe. She sees who's the most powerful person in the tribe.
Does. And she knows that she can be safe if need be because she got an idol to play. And so I think Carolyn is really like, I just see so much potential in her as a game player, because nobody else was really clocking. Carson is running this tribe. He is really running this tribe at the age of 15. He is he is running this tribe.
And the thing also about Carson is, in his little confessional, he revealed that, like, since he's an astrophysicist who's getting ready to study rocket science, he's built like 3D models of like
That
all
was
the common
wild.
puzzles.
I was like, wait a minute.
And and the fact that he's going to be smart enough not to reveal that, I was like, he's going to be one to watch out for if he make the merge.
But also, going back to the storytellers, they played that clip of him explaining how like he's built the puzzles and stuff and how he knows the game like that right after Matthew exposed that he did the thing. I said, look at them. Another section. They're weaving the story in perfectly.
Look at y'all. I don't know who y'all got on the editing team this year, but they doing their job.
Give them a raise.
Yes.
Let them cook.
There's only episode 2, and I know y'all be messing up, but you're doing pretty good so far. Doing pretty good.
We're like, okay, so Carson is definitely, obviously we know he's a threat, but he's keeping it hidden. But Miss Carolyn, she on your trail, brother. And I was like, well, if Carolyn is the vote, because I really didn't see a scenario in which Carson went with Carolyn and Yam Yam. So I was almost 100% certain that Carolyn was going to get the vote and she was going to need to use her idol, because I'm like, there's just no way.
Me too. I was nervous. I'm like, girl, Carolyn, use it.
And so before we get there, I was like, when she mentioned to Yam Yam, Carson, how he's running everything, how good he is with everybody, I was like, if she uses her idol to save herself and they vote Carson, I was like, oh my God, that would just blow my mind, because
that would have been wild. That would have been smart to do.
You think? I don't know, that it would have been such a fractured tribe. And I feel like most of the times you don't want to be the fractured tribe going into the merge.
I can see that.
Especially this early. It's only like the second vote. Like if you maybe closer to the merge, that's when you can maybe pull a move like that. Because you do have to think about your longevity. I know there's like a difference between thinking about tribe strength and
that is true, but yeah.
But like Carson is proven to be an asset because he helped old girl with the puzzles and all the challenges and stuff.
Yeah.
So like if you get rid of him, it's like we gonna be back here in 2 days.
And you could be the one. Yep. You could be the one going out.
I would obviously, I didn't want that to happen because I'm definitely rooting for Carson. But I was like, I mean, if she pulls this power move, that's going to be interesting to see how they navigate that, because with her clocking that could have easily been a scenario in which that happened. However, we get to tribal council, and I think Josh was talking about her crying because here go Jeff once again instigating. As Carson was talking, Carolyn looked at this huge exasperated
Baby, she turned it on. She turned it on.
And he's like, Carolyn, you just did this heavy sigh when Carson was talking. What does that mean? And what did she do? Y'all talk. What happened?
I'm just so grateful for every moment here. I'm grateful for, waking up and covered and being all wet. And pretty much she was just taking it all in. Yeah, saying like she's super emotional. But I say it's a good thing, not a bad thing. And she was just saying it, and like Jeff was kind of making it seem like, oh, so you feel like you're going home? She's like, no, I'm not going home.
She said, I'm staying.
I missed that part. I ain't even heard her say that.
She said, no, I want to stay. I'm staying.
I ain't going nowhere.
And she said that with confidence, a little bit of authority in her throat.
You caught that. You caught the authority. I caught it too. I was like, is she using an idol? That's what I was like. Maybe she knows she's using this idol because she knows she like coming for her. But I caught the authority. Did y'all ask? Y'all didn't catch it? Okay.
No, I got it.
Okay. Wow, Josh, I'm glad you said that.
Y'all know I be paying attention.
I'm glad you said that.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch that though.
There was a lot of conviction because she was like, no, I want to stay. I'm staying. She changed. She's like, no, I'm staying.
And that in my mind, I'm like, all right, she's playing her idol. That's what I'm talking about, Carolyn.
That's why she was saying that. Yeah.
They're all putting their votes on you. Great job, Carolyn.
Me too.
I was so Eli can tell you, we was watching the episode together. I kept saying, she gonna play that damn idol. She gonna play it, and she gonna be safe. And then it's gonna be like a 2-2 vote. Carson gonna get exposed for playing the middle, and now he's gonna be kind of in a minority now. But then talk about how things go.
The white man in the minority.
And so that's why I said earlier, I was like, oh my God, like what is going to happen with this vote? Because there's just no telling. Because I feel like she's going to use it because there's no way that Carson is going to go with her and Yam Yam. I just did not see any avenue in which that happened. And so before we get to reveal the vote, once again, Carolyn still in the show. She walks up to where she go cast a vote. She said, what is all this stuff up here? It's too much. What happened just to vote? Where's just a single piece of paper? What's all this?
She got right at the chessboard. She looked at the chessboard and said, "This is too chaotic."
She did.
No, it's not. It's a chessboard.
She said, I don't need all this stuff. Y'all doing too much Survivor. Like, we'll go back to y'all trying to be fancy. Just get back to the basics because y'all doing too much. And so the votes are revealed. We get a Carolyn as expected. I was like, oh, okay. Because, before he asked if anybody wants to use their idol or advantages, she go fiddling with her pockets. I'm like, all right, get it out, girl. And then she doesn't do it. I'm like, what is she doing? Well, why was she
Maybe I was so shook. I was like, no, my good sis going on.
The sad thing is,
yelling at TV.
It took me until like 3 votes in to be like,
me too.
Wait, she didn't play her. Because it was so in my mind. I was like halfway zoning out. It's the end of the episode. And I'm just like, well, she's going to play. She's going to be safe. And then we get to like the 3rd vote. And I'm like, wait, she never set up. What is going on?
Right.
I said, sis going home. But Jeff read the vote. It was Carolyn, then Helen, and then Jeff said 3rd person voted off Survivor 44, Helen. I was like, sis got to keep her idol. So Carson is with Yam Yam and her officially now. I'm assuming has to be right.
I think Carson gonna be wherever is good for him.
Yeah,
So,
because like
I don't think he has any loyalty to anybody.
I'm talking about just right now for in this trial.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I was like I was saying, it's like if he is just playing with Caroline, just entertaining the idea and doesn't actually go with it, I think Caroline, if Carson wasn't doing it, I think Caroline would have percepted that and played her idol. I think in this episode alone, I have enough faith in her and her ability to read the room.
Absolutely.
That Carson was really not going to be with her, that she would have been smart enough to play her idol.
Yeah, she definitely showed her smarts.
Yeah,
that's that counselor coming out. Come on, baby.
Listen.
And I knew if Carson didn't vote with her, she plays this idol. Carson is exposed for playing the middle. Because then Caroline and Yam could be like, I thought you said you was gonna be with us and you're gonna do this. And now it's like, okay, it's kind of 2 versus 1. It'd be easy for Sarah to go and jump ship, knowing that she got the inheritance advantage, to go and be like, and then now he's on the outside. Yeah. But I think it was very smart for him to go and vote with Caroline and take out Helen, because now I think he's still going to be able to play that middle position, because like Sarah didn't have no vote.
I forget. Did Sarah say she didn't have a vote in the first episode?
She
said
that she might not have a vote, and she won't know, but she never officially confessed to them she did not have a vote. So I'll probably
okay. So now I forgot she didn't have a vote. So thank you for saying it, because that makes sense why Carson did not vote with them, or because Sarah ain't got no vote. So why would I vote with y'all? So it's just him and me. It's just her. It would be just him and Helen. And then when they figured out that Yam Yam was wanting to work with Carolyn, he's basically like, oh, I need to just go with the people that actually have a vote. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, I forgot sis didn't have no vote.
And man, Helen got taken out. Queen Helen.
I told you she was gonna be a flop.
Baby, Helen picked up her little bag and walked on out the door.
Somebody on Twitter said
she looked hurt.
It said Helen was pushed.
Helen ain't do nothing wrong.
I'm cracking up.
Helen ain't do nothing wrong. Ain't make no enemies. She just, I'm gonna blame it on unlucky.
She ran her mouth. That's what got her out.
But I really think it was Sarah not having a vote, because that was just too risky for Carson.
She was pushed.
She was low key pushed.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Sadly.
It does, unfortunately. So honestly, that's all we have for you in terms of Survivor recapping this episode 2. Did y'all watch the previews?
The whole nothing? Whole nothing. All right, you know what? I'll leave it to you, Eric. What from the previews got you? Because
nothing.
Listen, nothing, not a thing.
So I see people playing with sword. Was somebody playing with a sword? I don't know what was
Claire. Oh, Claire was braiding her child.
No, that was not Claire. That was Lauren.
Wasn't that Claire? Oh, was that Lauren? Okay.
She was playing in Matt's hair.
Oh, okay. I knew she was messing with somebody's hair.
Danny did a somersault for no reason. That's all. I don't know.
You know what? Honestly, I hope that means it was just so much going on in this episode that anything that they show is gonna give it away.
I hope we get a blindside butterbean.
I hope we get a double order of blindside butterbeans.
I can see that because I know that they love to make you think in the previews that it's going to go in a certain direction. Like, say Kane goes home next week. Like, they would be like, oh, they start to like throw the hint of gushing people looking at Brandon again, or people talking about Matthew and be like, oh, he's a challenge dude. Mm-hmm. Nah, they didn't give us nothing. So that means who's going? Who is going if y'all had to bet?
I don't know, but I don't know. I seem like Soka seemed like to be like the strong tribe. And I feel like unless we see like a conspiracy that happened like last season where one team teams up to help the other team out, I really don't see Soka going to tribal council.
No time soon.
No, I'll see maybe right before merge, if at all.
Maybe. Right.
But they seem to be the most equally yoked tribe.
Yep. Come on, equally yoked. I felt something when you said that.
Come on. Hallelujah.
First, okay, so with Soka Tribe, who's all on Soka Tribe again? So we have
Soka, that is friend what are we calling them? Manny. So we have Manny, we have Josh, we have Claire. What's her name? Heidi.
Forgot about her.
Oh, Heidi been quiet. I forgot she was on the show.
That's how I did too.
I'm not even sure if Heidi's on that tribe. I'm just guessing.
She is.
Not purple edit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then
to be fair, that whole tribe is about to get a purple edit low key.
Listen, look like it.
That's what happens when you don't go to tribal. That's the same on 41 that Erica won. Like her tribe was just winning and winning. The only confession they got that I remember was like, "Hey, we're gonna throw this challenge
to get out Erica." They was trying to get Erica out and couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But I brought that up because like I was thinking of like who was on this tribe, but they're really well balanced physically and
really
mentally.
And Danny's over there too.
That's what I'm saying. They got Danny and Josh for the muscle.
Truck, Josh. What's old girl from Puerto Rico? What's her name?
Heidi.
Oh, that is Heidi. See, Lord, I done forgot about her twice.
You got Franny and Matt for the brains. Claire's sitting out every time, so you don't have to worry about Claire and challenges.
And clearly, you don't have to worry about Heidi either because we forget she there. So they're really just a really well-balanced tribe. So I think they may take it all the way, kind of like you mentioned, Blue Tribe in 41 and then Taku in 42. So we'll see.
I had to put my stake in the ground on who's going home next week off of no evidence at all. It's gonna be Jamie Lynn for being stupid and using her shot in the dark. You should have saved it from when you were going home. So I got my money on
I think Jamie's going far.
You're probably right.
But did you see that one little recap thing where they said that actually Jamie was actually the target going into that round?
Yes, I saw that. Lauren Ashley Beck. Shout out to Lauren Ashley Beck. We love you, girl.
I sent that to you.
You did, but I saw it on her page after the fact.
Oh my god!
They revealed that she was actually the target, and I don't know. They said I don't know why the edit made it seem like it was Lauren the whole time. The target was Jamie.
Because I was just like, why she use this out of the blue? Like, sis, why you waste that? Wasn't nobody even talking about you?
Her behind was going home.
Probably. They whispered in her ear.
Right.
Aces. Use that shot.
So once again, Lord. Clearly we've reached the end of this episode. We appreciate you all for sticking around for another recap of Survivor 44. Like I said at the beginning, this episode did not disappoint, and we are looking forward to seeing what episode 3 has in store for us. As always, thank you for being an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat. Don't forget to follow us on IG, Twitter, and subscribe to us on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. Until next time, bye.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.